Hi everybody, it's Claire with another art journal video. So today I'm working on a really fun, bright page. Really there isn't a focal point to this page, it is just about playing with colour and marks. So I'm going for a rainbow vibe with this one, and I'm starting off using ruby and tangerine. I'm also going to use lemon, lime, turquoise, and then I use an Amsterdam acrylic in permanent red violet light and I think blackberry, if I remember rightly. So you notice I'm just kind of putting like almost like sort of slightly abstract squares of colour all over the page. If you wanted to be sure that your colours weren't going to mix when you're mixing colours that will make brown, then it's worth drying each colour before you put them down. I wasn't too worried about mixing the colours. I was being a little bit careful where I was putting things next to each other, but actually I wasn't that bothered if they did make a brownie colour, it really didn't matter. I've also added in as a bit of a contrast just this really light pink, which is called Carnation. So all of these paints, apart from the pink one, were Dina Wakley media paints. So this is a Dina Wakley stencil. I think it's called Swirls or something like that. It is. I'm using it again with that with white, just to add a little bit of mark making onto the page. And then I decided I would get my gloss sprays out and put a little bit into this palette, and I'm just going to use these to paint with rather than spraying them. I'm just painting some circles on there, different sizes, not worrying about whether they're too neat or anything, just wanting to get some colour in a different medium onto the page. Obviously these do dry quite shiny, so it does give a very different look to your page. And if you've not tried painting with the gloss sprays, it is something that's worth giving a try. So I used, I think that's Tangelo for that one, and then this is Sky. So I'm just building up the marks on the page. So this is a stamp from the Tim Holtz Media Marks collection. It's a great botanical stamp, I really like this one. And I've just used black archival ink with that. So then I decided I would use the Stabilo All pencil, and I'm just outlining some of those circles that I drew, painted even, and then I'm just water activating some of those marks with a water brush. So then I'm using this Posca pen in a really cool turquoisey blue colour and just adding some dashes onto some of those circles, so just starting to build up the layers of marks. And then I decided I would try adding in a little pop of fluorescent colours just here and there, just to see how it would change the feel of the page. So I'm just rubbing these in with my finger, and I went with like a pink and then a yellow, fluorescent yellow, and it really does start to change the feel of the colours on the page. And then my usual dots. And I felt that I wanted the botanicals to stand out a bit more, so I decided that I would outline those using the Signo Uniball. It does just help them stand out a little bit more. So then I'm using some more of the mark making stamps from the Tim Holtz collection, and just using different coloured inks and just stamping some of those onto the page just to build up the marks and the layers. So these stamps are really, really good if you're not so confident with mark making yourself, but you want that kind of look. It's worth getting your hands on one of those sets. Then I just did some splatters using a Posca pen in white. Then I got this quote, I think this one is from the, I'm just having a look, I think it's from Just Words, I'm just sticking this down using some gel medium. So I didn't really want it to be a massive focal point, but just to be there a little bit. So there we go. That is the finished page. So I hope you've enjoyed this colourful page. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.